Hello to whoever's listening. Today I'm going to be reading the Encyclopedia Dramatica article on emo, or emos, same thing. Before we get into it though, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to help me out. Like this video so you could boost up an algorithm. Comment down below any suggestions for any video ideas or topics, and if it piques my interest, might make a video on it. Not guaranteed though because I am lazy, and also hit that bell so you get notifications for all my videos. Anyways, let's get into this. Also, as an emo myself, I guess, I might be biased to this article. Don't know. I know it's Encyclopedia Dramatica, so it's meant to be all edgy and shit, but yeah. There's some little blurbs here, but they're kind of fucking stupid, so I'm not even gonna read them. Emo or emo hall was a movement from the 2000s which was an attempt to make normal teenage angst cool, a competition to winnow pretension on this My Life Sucks More Than Yours contest. While everyone around them is also suffering from hormones in high school, they try to convince themselves that their suffering is somehow original. To break away from their normal suffering, followers of emo wear t-shirts of shitty bands like My Chemical Romance, wear ridiculously bright jeans, taking photos of themselves with a phone and uploading it onto their Instagram account and talking to strangers. I know it's like the first few sentences, but I'd have to imagine since they're talking about like 2000s emo, and I can like see it here, they talk about like stuff that does sound a bit more 2000s. I'm surprised they would mention taking pictures of themselves and uploading it to Instagram instead of MySpace, but that's probably a bit of a nitpick. I don't really know when this article was written. Anyways, growing a long fringe of freakishly long bangs to help warp their vision of the world. So I also have to assume they're talking about how emos always have like really long fringes, and if you can tell from my sprites and thumbnails, I have that too. Sometimes they also might even dye it black, their hair, obviously. Otherwise they'll dye it blonde for some reason, or white because Way had his hair white when he ejaculated on his hair from getting jacked off by his father. Yeah, totally, man. This vision causes the emos to insult people who are actually depressed in real life by making a fad of feigning their own dire depression. Honestly, I'm really surprised that they would bring up how all emos are fakers, because I've read like a bit of this article before recording this video, and it seems they also lean into all emos are just depressed and want to kill themselves. So I'm surprised that in the first paragraph they're just saying, oh, emos are fakers with like who fake mental illness. Like, which one is it? Are they attention whores who feign mental illnesses because they think it's cool and they like romanticizing it? Or are they actually just losers who have depression and need to kill themselves? Which is it? I'm sorry, I'm sounding very nitpicky right now, but yeah, that kind of like, guess it peeves me a bit, but not like that much. It's just a bit odd. It's very inconsistent. Emo music consists of an insane amount of lyrics about the greatness of being in the emo style and the terror of not having a hot emo girl want to fuck you. Honestly, that is true. Like, it's a nightmare when a hot emo girl doesn't want to fuck you. Personally, I don't relate, but some out there just aren't as lucky as me. Oh my god, that sounds so pretentious. Emo can be short for emotionally fucked up. Some emo songs deviate slightly, encouraging male listeners to, come on, fuck a guy. To be fair, that is true. Conclusive scientific evidence proves that emos are even more contagious and are worse than, oh my god. I'm not gonna say the actual like slurs, but according to this article, not my words, apparently emos are even more contagious and worse than black people, Mexicans, and Jewish people combined. That's not what they said. They said the N words. They said the N slur, B slur, K slur. Use your imagination. I think you'll know what that means. And that says something. At concerts, emos stand in place and watch the bands play with their arms crossed, tossing their hair out of their eyes and sucking on their lip piercings and putting their hands in their jean pockets. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's not true. A lot of people think emos do that, but the thing is, at like a lot of emo concerts, they usually have like mosh pits. And if you don't know what a mosh pit is, it's basically people make like these band pits like in the middle of like the concert area, and they like throw themselves around hitting other people and shit, and that's called like moshing or whatever. It's probably a really shit way of describing it, but I've never been to a concert before, but that's like that's basically like a very simple way of explaining what moshing is. So yeah, they don't just like stand there, they fucking mosh. Honestly, I think mosh is a very silly word, I love it. They all think they suffer from severe narcissism, okay? Leading them to believe that they alone know what pain is and that no one understands them, when in fact they're simply experiencing puberty just like everyone else is. They all think they suffer from severe narcissism. Is that just me, or does that not make any sense? I'd have to assume that I think the like proper way of saying that is like other people think emos suffer from severe narcissism, and then saying all that. I don't know, just something I noticed. They all believe that the personal affliction could not be worse, that their life in their quiet suburban house with their own television and computer in their room is not just the worst life they could have, but the worst life anyone has had, ever. I'm not going to comment on that, that's just not true, obviously. But again, Encyclopedia Dramatica, it's exaggerated. No one understands me. Yeah, that's just like one of the things. Yep, never mind. Some also think that they're tough and burly because they enjoy play. Some also think they're tough and burly because they enjoy pain. For others, it's because they born, yeah, with psychotic mental disorders after listening to the doctor. Okay, so as I said before, like earlier in the video, like maybe a few minutes ago, that which one is it? Is it that all emos are fucking fakers, or they all have like these mental disorders, whatever? They'll think of the illness as a satanic curse that makes them think they're real life demons, where they see little to no good in themselves, not that they try. To continue out of path with change and let big meaty words give them reasons enough to off themselves and be true heroes instead of the edged out freak of nature. Basically, if you don't understand what I've just said, because I can't really comprehend it either, basically they're saying that all emos are mentally ill and that they all want to kill themselves because of big meaty words, despite that being a bit hypocritical to the first thing in the article. Basically, an emo kid is a virgin to our half right, who takes to know of his or hers unattractiveness to a new extreme. She turns around, walking around in PetSmart into personal pride. I really don't know when this article was written, because now people are really into like wanting an emo girlfriend, wanting a goth girlfriend or whatever else. People have now just like gone really into like fetishizing like alternative like people, especially women. So I guess this is a bit outdated because now being emo and goth or whatever else is seen as like attractive by some people. Anyways, when a hot girl tells him to fuck off, instead of being pissed that he's not scoring, the average emo is actually glad that he got rejected. So that must mean he's more sensitive, more mature than other guys, or just special in general. Plus it provides him fodder for his sexual assault fantasies. Jesus Christ, whatever, man. So I'm just gonna like dissect this a bit more. I don't think a emo guy is gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm so glad I got rejected, but because that means I'm more superior than other guys. I feel like that's not an emo thing. That's more of like a incel thing, I guess. Or like one of those people that are really into like celibacy. I don't know, like people. I've had to assume people. To be fair, I don't know. I feel like most emos wouldn't think like that. Like most emo guys wouldn't think when he gets rejected that must mean he's more sensitive, more mature than other guys, or just like special. Because I feel like it's more of a incel mindset. When they get rejected by a girl, they think, oh, it's because I'm way better than the other guys. She just wants a shit piece of boyfriend and I'm great. Like, no. I don't know. I'm not saying all emo guys are like great and they can handle rejection perfectly, because that's not true. Some of them can be pieces of shit, but it's not all of them. God. If by some chance an emo actually manages to get a date, however, then he'll be pissed since he won't have any reason to bitch or play the victim that day. So does an emo guy want to fuck a hot emo girl, or did he not want to? I don't know. I'm trying my best not to make sense of this. The principle of emo dom is the more you bitch about no one liking you, the more no one will like you. Emos tend to cut themselves on the forearms just because it is the done thing for an emo. Unfortunately, emos are the biggest pussies in the universe. They just never about get it right. Alternatively, emos declare small cuts gained from attempting to assault their cats as proof they are hardcore cutters. In reality, however, most are simply too pussy to even go near a razor, let alone cut themselves with it. Okay, as I was saying, I've been dissecting this a whole lot. But yeah, like the whole emos cut themselves, but now it's saying that emos don't cut themselves and they're too pussy to do it. Like, which one is it? Because like a lot of emo people do like kill themselves, and most of it is like cutting. So like, which is it? Is it emos will never go near a razor, or emos are basically addicted to them? I don't know. I don't think even the person who's writing this article knows. And it does sound like I'm quite offended, and I'm probably gonna get people in the comments saying, "Oh my god, you're so fucking offended, you're such a snowflake, go fucking kill yourself." I don't know, maybe that's how they'll say it. But no, not really. It's more like a lot of this shit is inaccurate, and since I am like emo, I guess I know it's inaccurate. Again, there's a little thing here that refers to like around like 2006, 2008, where a lot of emos were getting shit kicked out of them in Mexico. So I'm not sure when this article was written, because a lot of it talks about like modern day things, and then it talks about stuff that happened like 1,000,001 years ago, you know. Anyways, emos get tremendous shit in the country infested with Mexicans, aka Mexico, where members of other Mexican subcultures are prone to beating up emos for the sole reason that they are whiny, conformist ways make them justifiable targets. Emos might also try to confuse emo with goths, and in some cases, if you're an emo kid like Justin Bieber, you just want to be a prep. Whenever I hear the word prep now, I think of oh my god. There's basically a Harry Potter like emo fan fiction, and it's called My Immortal, and the main character, called Ebony Darkness Dimension Ravenway, uses the word prep a lot. It's like a big meanie insult, I guess. It's like a really like bad insult, like, oh my god, you're such a fucking prep, you know. But anyways, yeah. So if you don't know what that means, like basically in 2006 to 2008, probably a bit like earlier. In Mexico, lots of emo kids were like being like shit kicked out of them, getting killed. I think there was videos online of like people like beating up emos. I think there was this one picture. I don't know if it was like famous or not, but I've seen it. It was like this. I think the girl was Mexican. She was like very emo, looking, and she was like getting like, shit kicked out of her by like Mexican like punks and like goths or whatever. But yeah, it was really fucked up, and there was like a bunch of protests because like the police weren't doing anything about it, I believe. So yeah, that's what this article, that's what the sentence is like talking about. Typical scram song. Soft guitars and quietness, drummer on Red Bull, drumming like his arse is getting tickled. Guitarist makes noise and bombs the city, and records it, and you can't hear the bass. Anyways, vocalist appears. I don't even know what that noise is. Jesus. I'll link the emo article below so you know what I'm on about. And then it says, boom, 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 yeah, we're fucking... I don't even know what that means. Muzz something? Muzz... I don't know. But I'm not gonna say the whole thing because I don't want to like find out it's like a fucking, like, really shitty thing for me to say. And then the song ends in 30 to 100 seconds of screechy noise. Anyways, the common path to emo genuinely follows these steps. I see if any of this is accurate. They have a happy, cheerful Care Bear Facebook profile up until they're like 12. People still use Facebook, even kids. Fucking hell. Number 2, one of their fat friends gets depressed and makes an emo Tumblr. Wow. Number 3, 12-year-old friend sees this and goes, oh my god, that's so cool, and copies them. Number 4, they straighten their disgusting hair that they haven't washed in 3 months, put on a lot of makeup that might make them look like clowns/raccoons, and take pictures on Instagram. Number 5, post with comments like, Nobody understands me, I destined to never find love, question mark, question mark. Number 6, after getting a lot of attention, saying, oh honey, don't worry, I'm here for you, they start complaining about everything. Number 7, become an hero. If you don't know what an hero is, it basically just means that they kill themselves. Number 8, listen to my necropedophiliac romance. Fuck's sake, that's actually kind of funny. Dashboard's confessional. Fallout Boy writes a Sprite, or maybe Hot Throw Heights. Number 9, take the cigarette and get it smoked and rub the lit end on your skin. Number 10, get the blade, cut off some of your skin and go, ah, yeah, yeah. Number 11, become a hipster. Number 12, fuck. Number 12, profit. So yeah, apparently that is the common path to becoming emo. Do I follow any of that? No. Here is the current situation in emos. Let's see how outdated this is. The current incarnation of emo has basically replaced all other teenage culture. Culture reads gays and little teenage girls who went crazy over the boy bands as the dominant ones. The slightly faded vintage clothing and tracksuits are available at any mall and often displayed in tandem with most mainstream wares. Because the accoutrements and garb are very easy and cheap to obtain, it makes the style accessible to you. So basically it's saying that emo clothes are very accessible. Personally, I think that's complete like horseshit. If you really want to like look like a typical emo, you have to spend like a lot. Especially if you don't like live in America. I know you guys have like Hot Topic or whatever, but for example, I'm in England. I have to like order off like eBay, Amazon, whatever else, just to get like band t-shirts and like studded belts and like, yeah. So it's not like particularly accessible to me. I guess the most accessible thing for me is like, I don't even know. There's not really much accessible things to me. I would say like music, but that's not even true. I have to make my own CDs because like shipping prices, it'd be like 15 quid for a CD and the shipping price will be like 20. I'm not even kidding. I saw a listing for like a CD like that once and I was thinking to myself, fuck that. So I literally had to get into like CD burning just so I can like listen to like bands I really want to like authentically, I guess. Sorry, that was very off topic. Anyways, in earlier times, emo was a generally male dominated subculture with very few females observed at shows and events, mostly because all present look like girls anyway. I'd have to assume that's around like the 1980s, 1990s, because like in the 2000s it seemed like it was very equal on like gender, like it was equal, it wasn't like male dominated or female dominated, it was like a good equality, I guess. Now, however, due to the ease of obtainment of the request style items, many females have become involved in the subculture. Please see the gallery below for several illustrations of typical specimens. There may be no easily discernible differences between a standard teen and someone involved in the emo scene. Put like your average teenager next to an emo, I think you'll see the major fucking difference. Like for example, most like the average like, I guess like guys my age all wear like tracksuits and like Nike or whatever else, and well, I guess that's typical, and if you put me next to them, yeah, I think you'll see a drastic difference. Anyways, any emo looks like anime girl heroes from Pretty Cure aka Glitter Force. Often participants are referred to as emo kids. Oh my god, it's just two variations of the F slur. Or any combination of these. Rednecks often refer to the participants simply as wrist-cutting hippies. You know, again, this is very off topic, but when my mum kind of like figured out I was emo from like the CDs I was like buying and the clothes I was wearing, she asked me if I was going to become a wrist cutter. I said no, of course I'm not going to become a wrist cutter, and I haven't, so that's what people view emo as, wrist-cutting hippies, I guess. Normal people often say that emo is short for, oh my god, gay transgender people that listen to bad music. Everyone else calls them failures at life. I would have to assume normal people, quote unquote normal people, are the people writing this article, and I would have to say they are very abnormal. There's literally even a link for the word normal. I can't imagine how they describe that as. Press the link on the words normal and it's just an article about being mundane. It's not that. Very short, but I think it's just like one of those articles where it links to other articles. And their definition of normal or mundane is mundane as someone who isn't batshit crazy. Emo kids are often a common plague on sites such as Tumblr, Facebook, Bebo. I'm not sure what Bebo is, but it reminds me of, for the longest time, the lead singer of Panic! At the Disco, Brenton Urie, was called Bebo by his fans, and he kept that name Bebo up on his Spotify page until he started getting, like, really popular with, like, pop music, I guess, like, around, like, 2021, 2022, and YouTube, as these sites offer the perfect digital mediums for them to display their tormented souls to the world. They have a link here called, EmoTube. It's just a song called So Alone by Anna Blue. I think I recognise it, but I'm not sure from where. So yeah, that is my reading on the emos article. Was it particularly accurate? No, not really. Bits like Encyclopedia Dramatica, of course they're gonna up the antics and just make it all edgy and exaggerated. I'm not particularly surprised. I probably do sound quite offended by it because I kept nitpicking about all the stuff they were saying, but I think it's mainly because I'm more versed on like emo and emo culture than the other articles I cover. So yeah, there's a little gallery of emo, and I was gonna make a little like slideshow as the outro, but I don't think YouTube will allow it. I'll probably get this video taken down because it's mainly just like self-harm, lot of gore, some other shit. That's mainly it. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I actually did enjoy making this video, surprisingly enough, even if I sound like I'm having the shittest of time. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.